Are you truly alive or just breathing? Do you exist or do you just happen to be here? Jean-Paul Sartre once said, "Man is nothing else but what he makes of himself." But what have you made of yourself? Today, we dive into existentialism, not as a dry philosophy, but as a mirror to your daily life, your anxiety, your freedom, and the quiet fear that maybe you are not really living. What is existentialism really? Most people think existentialism is just a sad philosophy about the meaningless of life. But it is much more. Søren Kierkegaard, often called the father of existentialism, wrote, "Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom." Existentialism is not about despair, but about freedom. It is about taking responsibility for your existence, even in an absurd, chaotic world. Ask yourself, what do I wake up for every morning? Am I following someone else's script for my life? What does freedom mean to me beyond the cliches? Albert Camus wrote in The Myth of Sisyphus, "The struggle itself toward the heights is enough to fill a man's heart." Existentialism invites you to find meaning through action, even if the world has no inherent meaning. The anxiety of freedom. You want freedom, but are you prepared for the anxiety that comes with it? Imagine you are standing on the edge of a cliff and you know you could jump. That dizziness you feel is freedom. Nietzsche said, "Freedom is the will to be responsible for ourselves." Freedom is not just the ability to do whatever you want. It is the heavy, terrifying, and beautiful reality that you are responsible for who you become. Ask yourself, if no one was watching, what would I truly do? Am I living a life chosen by me, or am I living to meet silent expectations? The absurd and daily life. Camus' absurdism tells us that life has no meaning, yet we search for meaning relentlessly. This is the tension between our desire for clarity and the chaos of existence. Camus said, "You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life." What if the goal is not to find the meaning of life, but to create it through your actions? What if your purpose is to embrace the absurd and live with courage anyway? Authenticity versus bad faith. Sartre. Jean-Paul Sartre described bad faith, mauvaise foi, as lying to oneself to avoid the responsibility of freedom. Examples of living in bad faith: staying in a job you hate because you fear uncertainty, living by society's expectations without questioning them, acting as if you have no choice when in fact you do. Sartre said, "Man is condemned to be free because once thrown into the world, he is responsible for everything he does." Living authentically means accepting this burden and freedom. Ask yourself, in what areas of my life am I lying to myself to feel safe? What would it mean to live authentically for me today? Death and meaning. Martin Heidegger believed being aware of death is the key to living authentically. If I take death into my life, acknowledge it, and face it squarely, I will free myself from the anxiety of death and the pettiness of life. Imagine you have 1 year to live. What would you do differently? Would you spend your days scrolling social media, worrying about what people think? Or would you create, love deeply, and explore your limits? Freedom and responsibility. Freedom is heavy. It means you are not your past. You are not your family's expectations. You are not society's projections. You are what you choose to become today, in this moment. Simone de Beauvoir wrote, "Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now without delay." The existentialist sees freedom as a radical invitation to shape your life intentionally. Practical existentialism, how to live it daily. It's easy to get lost in theory, so let's get practical. One morning reflection, ask, what would I do today if I fully owned my freedom? Write down your intention. 2. Face anxiety. When fear of choice paralyzes you, recognize it as the dizziness of freedom. Take one action anyway. 3. Create meaning. Instead of searching for the meaning of life, focus on what gives your day meaning. Is it helping someone? Creating something? Learning? Practice authenticity. Notice where you are living by others' scripts. Ask, what would authenticity look like in this area? 5. Memento mori. Remember death not to fear it, but to let it sharpen your focus. You are here for a limited time. Use it. The existentialist's call to action. Viktor Frankl, in Man's Search for Meaning, said, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Existentialism does not give you easy answers. It calls you to stand up, take responsibility, and live with courage despite uncertainty. You may never find the absolute meaning of life, but you can live in a way that creates meaning in every moment. You can choose to exist, not just to live. Viktor Frankl said, the meaning of life is to give life meaning. If you're ready to live consciously, courageously, and authentically, start now. Exist. Don't just live,